So 3.20 has officially been pushed back about a month. Now, to me, this is no surprise, and if you have been keeping up with my clips channel, I have been saying this for a decent amount of time. I think that GGG has kind of dug themselves into this developmental hole, and they're going to need some time to be able to dig themselves out. I think that a big issue currently is that GGG is spreading themselves significantly too thin with PoE 2, as well as the new expansions coming out and everything in between, rebalancing Arch Nemesis and all the other services and systems and everything that they've got going on. They are digging themselves deeper and deeper and deeper into a developmental hole. So them taking a little bit of time, pushing the league back a little bit, giving themselves some breathing room to be able to get done what they got to do is, in my opinion, not really surprising and a good thing for most. Now, I know having to wait for more PoE is typically something that is not looked at as a positive thing. 3.19 is a league that has been pretty dead, but now is probably the best time to do it if they are going to do it. When a league is at the lowest, like, recurrent numbers that we've had since Blight League, I think, this is probably the best time for people to simply take a break. Now, since a lot of people have not realized this yet, I am playing the game a little bit right now, but I'm mainly just doing like meme builds and weird stuff before I also take another break this league. I didn't really play for the first few weeks. I came back, I've played a little bit, messed around with some stuff, and I've got some feedback, and I'll make some videos talking about that in the next couple of days, because I think I've gotten my thoughts all together before I take probably another break, and I think you probably should as well. But in the meantime, if you're enjoying these videos, make sure to give this video a like, subscribe to the YouTube channel, hit that notification bell to stay up to date with all the latest videos. Without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so GGG is kind of giving us a little bit of a roadmap on what's going to be happening over the next couple of months. The main takeaways from this is that 3.20 is going to be giving us the Ruthless mode, or hard mode as most people have called it. I wouldn't be too excited for this unless you are someone who is an absolute masochist and enjoys pain, because that mode is not really going to be very much fun. You'll probably enjoy watching some random streamers play it, but beyond that, not really going to be that good of a time, in my opinion. They have decided to push the expansion back to early December. The reasoning that they gave for this is kind of whatever. It doesn't really matter for me. They said they have a busy schedule of releases leading up to Path of Exile 2, so they'll use this extra time to get a head start on 3.21. They do need some extra time to be able to get this stuff done. They are in a deep, deep developmental hole. This is hoping that we are going to get a polished 3.20 that has a lot of cool stuff to do, because 3.19 really didn't give us much. It really didn't give us very much balanced changes. We've kind of had the same meta for like 3 leagues now, pretty much. And I would like to see a lot of buffs to underutilized skills. And I mean, I'm not really going to ask for nerfs anymore, because honestly, it doesn't really matter. I just want more stuff to do, not less stuff to do. So along with this, they are going to be giving us some end of league events. These are typically fun for a couple of days. I'll probably be streaming most of the events just, you know, to have a little bit of fun. They typically do some like mayhem and kind of like flashback and crazy stuff. So it's cool for a couple of days. If you are hankering for some PoE, I would suggest jumping into one of these. Give it a shot. If you don't like it, go back into hibernation until 3.20 releases. Now, one big thing that they are changing is that they are doing balanced manifestos a little bit different. I have mixed thoughts on this, so let's read it. In the lead up to our 3.20 expansion, we'll be sharing a series of balanced manifestos. Typically, we share one manifesto that covers as much of the balance changes as possible without spoiling the announcement livestream. This time around, we'll be sharing more topics in advance than usual, even if some of them reveal portions of the livestream, in the interest of trying to provide better communication and transparency. I appreciate this. I think this is kind of a knee-jerk to what happened in the most recent expansion, where there was a bunch of changes that people just felt like they were completely blindsided by. So this is them trying to work with us, so I appreciate that. However, I wouldn't get too excited just yet. So right here it says, we are also planning to break these down into individual topics to be shared one at a time to better facilitate feedback and discussion. For clarity, us signaling this early is not meant to set an expectation of many and or severe balance changes, just simply that this information is coming early and will be shared across several posts. So don't take this as them being like, yeah, we're gonna fix everything and we're gonna buff this and buff that and change this and change that. Doesn't mean that they're going to be severe balance changes in the positive or the negative. They still could be, but this isn't meant to say that. This is just a new way that they're going to go about it. This is going to kind of be one of those we'll have to see. I'm hesitant to see what they do with these balance manifestos, but you know, it's pretty much all that we can really do is just think at this point. Not talking about hard mode, I really genuinely don't care too much about hard mode, but we might as well talk about it. Ruthless, which is an interesting name because previously, if you remember back a long time ago, the way that Path of Exile worked is that there were multiple difficulties. You used to have to go through the campaign multiple times, and they solved that with the Oriath expansion. There was 1, 2, and 3, or normal, nightmare, and merciless. However, what a lot of people don't know is that way back in the day when there were only 2 acts in the game, there was also a 4th difficulty called Ruthless, and they have brought that name back. This is going to be the new name for hard mode. It is apparently launching with 3.20. I would say that you'll probably watch some streamers have a little bit of fun with this mode, but don't expect anything out of this. This mode is going to be ruthless, and I don't think it's going to be very fun. I mean, it's cool that they're adding it in, and I'm sure a couple people who are absolute masochists will have a field day with this, but genuinely don't really expect much here. As I say, it is quite a different experience to regular Path of Exile, and it's designed for a specific type of player, aka masochists. We don't expect it to appeal to everyone. I'll be surprised if even like 1% of the player base enjoys this, but it is what it is at this point. If you're interested, you'll be able to sign up for the alpha test in November and may be invited in one of the waves of players that we seek feedback from prior to its official launch. I will maybe try to get into the alpha, see what happens with that, if they allow me in, and maybe we could see some cool stuff about it, but I'm not exactly super excited about Ruthless difficulty. Hopefully there is more interesting things to look forward to with the events and everything else in the coming days. And that is going to be it for the video. Just wanted to give you guys a quick update for any of you that are using me as a source of news for anything going on with Path of Exile. As I said, I'm still playing a little bit of the game. I'm playing some like meme builds and stuff like that and messing around with some like weird leveling tech and such. So if you're interested in that, you can feel free to come and hang out. And of course, I do want to give a shout out to all my patrons. Thank you for helping support every single one of these videos and my eventual goal of going full-time, which didn't really work too well with 3.19, but we will see if 3.20 allows it. So remember, boys, if you're enjoying this content, make sure to give this video a like, subscribe to the YouTube channel, hit that notification bell to stay up to date with all the latest videos, and stay safe out there in right class, and I'll see you guys in the next video.